Whoa!
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
I didn't bring a ticket, Steve.
You don't need a ticket today because we got special access to the giraffe deck for Zoo EDventures on Monday. We're so excited you guys are with us.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
You're really loud.
I'm loud again.
So I need to adjust our volume.
Sorry, guys.
There we go.
Wendy always says I'm too loud.
There we go. Now
I always thought she was talking about my personality, but apparently it's my voice. I don't know what's up with that. So yeah, we got a special access to come up and be visiting the giraffe deck here at the North Carolina Zoo, the Acacia Station Giraffe deck. But we're not open. The deck itself is not open yet.
the zoo is.
The zoo is open. The deck is not, because we can't be that close to the mammals. We can't be that close. If we're feeding, that's what hopefully happens at the deck. Doesn't guarantee, but we hope. We can't have people, mammals, that close to other mammals that can't protect themselves. So that's why the giraffe deck is closed right now. But we thought, hey, we'll come up here and share the deck with you guys, our awesome Zoo Adventure audience. We're so happy that you guys are here. Zoo Adventure team, Steve in front of the camera, Wendy behind.
Good morning.
And we do hope you guys had a magnificent weekend. I got to mow the grass a little bit, had some fun there, was checking out, I grilled out. What amazing temperatures, huh? Here at Asheboro, North Carolina. Just stunning weekend. How about you, Wendy?
I did a few things outside, which was nice.
Yep.
And the dreaded house cleaning.
Oh, yeah.
Adulting isn't always fun.
No, but we've made it, though. We've made it to being adults. Sort of. You're going to hear some crazy noises kind of off of Wendy's shoulder there.
That is not a giant woodpecker.
That is not a giant woodpecker. That is construction that's going on just on the other side of the habitat. The baboons, the Hamadryas baboons, are getting a new home.
This is very exciting.
It's very exciting.
It's crazy, but it's very exciting.
Yep.
Oh.
That was an acorn.
That was an A-bomb acorn.
That almost took Wendy out. So yeah, so you're going to hear like a jackhammer and some banging around a little bit, but that's just construction someplace else on the Hamadryas baboon's new home. Let's see who's going on. Let's see what's going on over here. Again, we're at the Acacia Station Giraffe deck. Let's see who's out and about. We have a special guest. That's another reason we're able to do this. We have a special guest with us today. Keeper Mary is here. Hey, Keeper Mary, how are you?
How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Giraffe are kind of looking this way. They're off in the distance right now.
They're off in the distance?
Yes.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, we had giraffes here a minute ago.
We did.
And then they decided to walk away because it is free choice. Steve, did you read the sign?
What?
Do not touch the giraffes.
Steve, you can't touch the giraffe.
I mean, even though they're not here, but just make sure, do not touch the giraffes when they get close.
So don't touch the giraffe.
I mean, you'd have to have a go-go gadget arm at this point
Giraffes
because they're really far away.
in the mist.
And
Thank you,
zebra.
Mary.
You're welcome.
Let's introduce Mary. Let's come on this side over here in the corner. Mary, first of all, let me introduce you to the Muppet. The Muppet is a microphone.
Okay.
So I'll be coming close to you with a microphone so you don't have to project and talk out way too loud. I also have to talk a little bit louder because this is blocking a lot of the sound. But you'll be talking with me and the Muppet. So say hi to the Muppet.
Hi, Muppet.
Guests, please say hi to Mary.
They already are. We've already had a couple people
I can
say
promise
hi.
you they're waving to you now and things like that. Did you get a shot of Mary's mask?
I didn't get close enough. Look at that.
Isn't that cute? Talk about preparation.
Yes.
I try. These guys definitely have stolen my heart. So today.
Oh, they've stolen your heart. Isn't that lovely? I like that so much. Well, since they're not here, let's go ahead and give our guests kind of a background of who is here in Giraffe World. And maybe as they come up, we'll be able to do some work with you. Today it's also going to be about the giraffe by the numbers. I'm going to be sharing some really amazing numbers with you about these guys. We have some props that'll help us with that too. So Wendy can get a little bit of a shot about the giraffe. So we have boys and girls, right? So how many boys and girls do we have?
We do. We have 2 boys, so they're both 12. We have Turbo. He's actually our oldest, a little bit older than Jack. And Jack is our other male, so he's our biggest giraffe, though.
Oh, is he?
He's a little younger than Turbo, but he's much bigger.
So about how tall is he?
He's about 16-ish feet.
So
if he
not
was
big.
up here, he'd probably have his head right about here for you.
Really?
Yes.
Holy cow.
That's a long way up here to then have his head sticking up
Even higher.
as high as Steve.
16 feet.
You can kind of even see some of the trees here. Jack is our tallest, so he kind of has snapped on them, so you don't see as many leaves on the
Nice.
ends.
It's like an in-house pruner.
Yes, for sure. Jack is great about that. He keeps a nice view for everyone, so you
Don't
can
look at
see
me
the
like
other
that.
giraffe.
In-house pruner. So we have Jack and we have Turbo.
Yep.
And you said we have 2 females. I bet
We
I think that's a
do.
female looking at us.
We do. It looks like Leah down there kind of looking our way.
Leah?
Leah or Amelia. She's kind of far, so I can't tell.
I forgot about Amelia. Digital guests, were you here when we introduced you to Amelia? This is back when you didn't need a coat. Right after you needed a coat in the end of spring,
Yeah, it was
middle of
like-
summer.
I think wasn't it Matt? When did she come?
Do you remember?
Amelia came to us in about March.
Yeah,
So
it
there's a
was
few months
April,
after
probably.
that. Yep. That was crazy. But we got to introduce Amelia to our zoo guests
Yeah,
when she was put out.
When she first came to us, the animal just go through a quarantine period.
Oh, cool.
So we kind of just made sure, did a couple of fecal checks with her before we introduced her to the group.
That makes
and then
sense.
she just had some time to kind of bond with her friends. And as you can see, she is pretty good. So she is the one straight out right now.
That is coming.
Zebra kind of walking towards her.
Yeah, you can see her next to a zebra, and she does look definitely a lot smaller than the others.
Yes.
It's hard to consider them petite
Petite, yeah.
when she's probably 11 or 12 feet tall.
She is definitely our petite little girl, though. She just turned 2 back in April.
2.
So yeah, she's 2 now, and Leah is 10, our other female, but the
Okay.
2 are really good buddies,
Nice.
and they always hang out with each other.
And shout out to one of our sister zoos. She came from Riverbanks, I believe.
Yes, she did.
So shout out to Riverbanks. Thank you so much, guys. She's doing awesome. Amelia is here at the North Carolina Zoo. So I bet they're going to come up and say hi. I think they're going to come say
They
hi.
look like they're heading this way.
They hear some voices and some other things.
So it is kind of funny, you see Amelia's in the front, so even though
Yep.
she's the smallest, our youngest giraffe, she is very independent. A lot of the times we'll kind of see her off on her own. and
Really?
checking things out. We also kind of call her our diva. Sometimes.
She's your diva. Wendy.
We have a lot in common.
She likes to switch it up on us a lot. We like
Does
to give
she?
them different treats. So sometimes we're like, here's some romaine lettuce, which all the giraffe usually
Of
really
course
love.
they do.
But some days Amelia's like, no, I want some kale, I want some collards. You got to switch it up and give her different treats. So
So she's diva is one word for it. Spoiled is another.
She is spoiled. We
But
for
she's
sure-
earned that.
She does. She does. She has stolen all the keepers' hearts from day one.
Aw.
The second the trailer opened and we saw her,
How could you not love her?
she's crazy. We even have our male keepers over here. They're like,
Oh, she's so cute.
so she.
Jason
everybody.
getting called out. Dennis getting called out.
Like, let's rat them out.
That's awesome.
So you said she came in a trailer.
Yes.
How big is a giraffe trailer?
It's kind of interesting. They're pretty big. They usually keep them pretty concealed so that they have like a nice ride without seeing all the crazy things on
Sure.
the side of the road. It's much easier, as you can imagine, to ship a giraffe while they're smaller. So
Sure.
we're very happy that we got Amelia while she's younger. It just made it to where she could ride really easy.
Nice.
Some of the trailers are kind of cool. They'll actually lift up and they can raise and lower.
What?
Yeah, so if you're going through an underpass or anything on the road, the driver can actually shrink it down a little bit.
That is awesome. I
But
love that.
standardly, when we're shipping them around and moving them, it's when they're shorter. Jack, our big guy, he would
This is home.
he would have a problem in a trailer.
Yeah.
He's here with us.
That's
We
cool.
don't
For a
really
while.
think about logistics when
No.
we think about animals being transferred. And some animals can go in a crate and on a plane, but I mean, a giraffe is a totally new.
Polar bears in a refrigerated truck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
A lot of them have air conditioning. Amelia had a pretty fancy trailer and had a camera so the driver could see her. So before we actually got to peek in, he gave us a little sneak peek on his camera. And
That's cheating. That's
and
awesome.
Riverbanks was awesome. They had
Yeah?
the trailer filled with browse, so she had all these little leaves and all these little snacks on her drive here. Luckily,
That
it
is
wasn't
awesome.
too bad, just a couple hours to get here.
That is
So
fantastic.
she had a short drive.
Well, we talk about size. We talk about being giraffe by the numbers a little bit. So, yeah, so the males can be about 18, 19, even 20 feet tall. How tall is that? 2 basketball hoops. Or they're looking into your second story window at your house, 20 feet tall. And they get heavy. They're not, I mean, they look tiny. They got little small legs, little spindly necks, big round body, but they don't look very big. But they're heavy. You guys get weights on them?
We are working on getting weights on them.
Awesome.
At the moment, Turbo is our rock star. He loves to go through and get a nice weight, and Leah's right behind him. So
awesome.
Those two are kind of who we're going to use, and hopefully Amelia and Jack will rub off. And
get everybody used to it?
Oh, that's not too bad, and
that's
get
cool.
a more up-to-date weight on them as well.
So is the scale built into the floor?
We actually have one. It's right outside the stall, so they kind of have to walk through it. We're working
cool.
on lowering at the moment. It is a little higher, so it's kind of a little scary for these guys. They're really
step
tall.
up like that, yeah.
So yeah, that step up. So we're working on modifying it. We always want to do whatever's better for the animals. So at
sure.
the moment, that's what we're working to get them as comfortable as possible.
That's cool.
That's really neat.
So you're looking at an animal, I mean, far away. That looks like, is that Jack?
Jack is off to the left right now. Yep.
So these guys can weigh, 2,000, 3,000 pounds. A big male can even push almost 2 tons. They're huge animals. Lifespan about 25 years. Get some of the logistics out of the way. They can live up to 25 years. So they're going to be going a long time. So we're going to have these guys for a while. That's an awesome picture, Wendy. Mary, you see that?
Yeah.
With the giraffe kind of off in the mist, in the dissipating fog.
Yes, they're very cool. You can actually see a zebra too. I don't know if you can tell.
Oh yeah,
on the
you
camera.
can.
So they're kind of funny. The zebra are really good friends with the giraffe.
Oh really? That's cool.
They like to hang out. So Jack right now, he's working. We like to put different enrichment in the yard. So he has a nibble net. He's kind of pulling out some different alfalfa from there, so he kind of has to work. It just extends his eating time.
Right.
So he's really working to get that hay out, and the zebra is really hoping right now.
You can see the zebra looking up at him.
Can you drop me some? Like, you want to share? Can
That's
we be
cool.
friends? So our zebras help us too. They kind of clean up after the giraffe.
Little mini vacuum cleaners. So it sounds like you provide enrichment for the animals. The enrichment, those things that challenge the animals to do what they might be doing in the wild, to do behaviors you might be seeing in the wild. So that would be one, mixing up, trying to find food. And here, because you guys were amazing, the zookeepers were helping us out a lot this morning. Wendy, can you show them this is what the keepers set up for us earlier today. And the giraffe were like, score! They came up and they really went at it.
Yeah.
Just before we started. That whole branch there was covered with what kind of leaves?
This morning, I believe they had sweet gum.
Sweet gum. And in that green ball you might see there, you can see a little stick sticking out of it. They actually put leaves and little pieces of browse in that too, that they have to use their 18-inch long tongue. 18 inches. A foot and a half.
Are you serious?
I do not kid. I'm not allowed to kid. Well, I'm honest. How's that? To grab treats out of that ball with those holes in it.
Yeah, so you can see there's still some browse in there.
Yeah, there is.
Put a little bit of lettuce, so it kind of makes it really work all day.
Nice.
Yeah, just give them different treats, but we're really grateful. Actually, this was one of the items from our Amazon wish list. So we had a donor who donated this ball. We have to get creative sometimes. We can't go to Target and just buy giraffe toys. Unfortunately, they don't have an aisle. We'll have to make a complaint.
Animal enrichment, giraffe enrichment this way.
Exactly.
Polar enrichment that way. I love it.
It would be wonderful if there was. But we're fortunate that there are a lot of companies that make more durable objects for zoo animals. And then this was actually supposed to be a horse ball that horse can roll around.
Horse, giraffe.
But we modified, added an eyelet there, and kind of hung it up so they have something hanging up for them to kind of forage out of.
So you said this was on an Amazon wish list. Will you explain that to our digital guests, because they like to get involved?
Yes, so the keepers were really grateful. We were asked to kind of find items that our animals might enjoy. So since we work with them a lot, we know like the giraffe, they love to work for their food. Most of the time if we gave them food like in a bowl versus in a toy, they're going to go for the toy first. They like to earn it and work for it. So when we were asked to make a list of different items that would help the animals with their enrichment program, we kind of just came up with different things. So this item is really good for foraging. so it helps them to eat. We recently even got like a bubble machine, which I'm pretty excited about.
A bubble machine? Oh,
So
cool.
that's really fun. It's like visual enrichment. They can see these cool bubbles that they wouldn't have if we didn't kind of bring it to them. It also gets them moving. A lot of the times we've kind of played with like giant bubbles with them, and they might be down that way, then they'll see a bubble and they're like, what? And get them
follow
moving
a little
over
bit.
this
That's
way.
fun.
So it gets them moving, gets them looking at new things, and kind of just walking around a lot more.
So this is a way our digital guests can get involved, because on Amazon you can go to the North Carolina Zoo's wish list, and you at home can buy something for an animal here at the zoo, and it is listed with the
A
keepers
specific species.
for a specific species. So if you want to buy something for the giraffes, if you want to buy something for the polar bear or the sand cat, it's all listed on there. And there's some things on there that are $2 and up. So
And up.
any kind of financial range you can think of.
We have Christmas coming up. Maybe you want to buy a special Christmas item for an animal, your favorite animal at the North Carolina Zoo, your favorite species.
Yeah, we're doing something different at our house this year. Instead of buying gifts for each other, we're either going to make something or we're donating in their name for something that that person is passionate about.
But you're still getting some for me.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes, I am.
For Christmas?
Yep,
Right?
I am.
I figured.
am. Note to
No, she's
self.
not.
Alexa, buy something for Steve.
Oh, something for Steve for Christmas.
So this is a way that you and your family can get involved for a good cause.
Absolutely, yeah. Take a look at the list. Come together as a family. What do you think might be the coolest thing to see out there? And who knows, when you come to the North Carolina Zoo, you might actually see it.
And I think keepers
being
are
used.
actually taking videos and photos, and they try to
Oh, I
get it
didn't know
back
that.
to if they know who donated it, and then also on social media. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, we try to. Usually we get a little slip that tells us who sent us the gift, and then we try to take some pictures for you guys and send it out and have it on exhibit, so if you come visit the zoo, you can see it as well.
Well, I was hoping they would come together because I wanted to. What'd you go say? What were you
I was
gonna say?
hoping
you
they'd
try to get
come
some more
down
stuff?
here.
Yeah, all this was set up by the keeper. I think we did try, guys. I hope we come together because I wanted to test our digital guests' knowledge on what a group of giraffe is called beyond a herd. Because I know I've heard that giraffe are sometimes called a herd. But what would be the coolest name for a group of giraffe that are all standing up? What would that name? So, for example, a group of hippopotamuses is called a bloat.
Ah, that's funny.
A group of
Ravens is called
a murder?
a
No,
murder.
crows.
Crows.
Crows
It's
is
a
called
murder.
a murder. You know what two crows is called?
Ooh, I know.
Don't,
You don't know what
actually.
two crows is called? What's a group of crows called?
A murder.
Two crows? Attempted murder.
Attempted murder.
Sorry.
We learned a group of pigs is called a sounder.
Sounder. A group of rhinos.
Ooh, a crash.
A crash. Nice job. So what would a group of big, tall giraffe be called?
What's
Dun, dun, dun,
tall?
dun, dun, dun,
A
dun,
skyscraper?
Skyscraper of giraffes. Hmm? A basketball hoop
A
plus.
cliff of
A
giraffes?
cliff. A squirrel. Giraffes.
I don't.
How about
A tower.
a tower? A tower of giraffes.
That's pretty cool.
So we have a tower of giraffes when they're together.
And it has to be more than how many makes a tower.
Okay.
I'm assuming more than 3.
Let's go with more than 3. Let's go with more than 3. So we have 4 when they're together.
They're
Tower of
together.
giraffe.
Tower of giraffe.
Good deal. Well, let's do some giraffe by the numbers. Would you mind holding them up for a second?
Yeah, I can hold them up it.
Thank you. We've got some cool stuff to share with you and to show you. I'm going to come in behind here. You're fine. I'm loud enough. Usually they can hear me no matter where I am. So I'm going to put my little props here next to me. Had to go get them. Ready? This is what Miss Mary's been waiting for all day long. To get licked
Oh,
by a
yeah.
giraffe's tongue.
It's my favorite when the saliva, the
Oh, isn't that
it's
lovely?
like hair conditioner. When
It's
you're-
like air conditioner. All right, let's show you some stuff. I'll get on this side. I'll take them up back so you don't have to continue holding them up it. So, a giraffe, their heart. Oh, Wendy, you gonna hold that? Let's talk about their heart first. Big, huge heart. When a giraffe has to go down to get a drink They've got to go down to get a drink. When they stand back up, their head, their brain, might be going from 0 to 15 feet. That heart has to be strong enough to pump that blood all the way up and down. Their heart, 2 feet long. Their heart is 2 feet.
That's huge.
Blood pressure about 3 times ours, and it's pumping 16 gallons of this blood through their body. 16, this is a gallon. You guys know a gallon of milk. 16 of those of blood in the body. This is where Dracula should have spent his time. Don't waste it on people who have maybe a gallon and a half. 16 gallons of blood.
That's a lot.
Right?
No wonder giraffes are so heavy.
A gallon of water is 8 pounds. That's a lot. And we have about a pound and a half of a gallon and a half of blood in our body. Giraffe have 16 of these. We have 1, maybe 1.5. Their lungs can push about 12 gallons of air. We're about a gallon and a half again. So their lungs are massive as well. I mean, you can see sort of how big these guys are. As Mary told us a minute ago, you're looking at 18 feet tall, guys. How big is a leg? As big as me. Their leg is 6 feet tall. Their leg is this big.
It's actually pretty funny when we do training with these guys, like the hoof work. Jack, our big guy, I usually work with Jack and Amelia a lot,
right?
And he's so big when he comes up, all I can pretty much see is leg, and then Amelia comes up and she has these tiny little dainty legs.
Petite Amelia, that's so cute.
Hers are definitely getting longer, though. It is pretty cute. Since she's been here, her hay trough
already?
On the wall, we have to keep raising that hay trough higher and higher, so she's getting there.
It's like the equivalent of putting notches on a doorway as your kids grow up.
Yes,
I love that.
She's like, 1 brick up, 1 more, guys. Go up a little higher.
So the neck is big as me. The neck alone, because there's so many muscles in it, weighs up to 600 pounds. The neck alone weighs 600 pounds. I don't weigh 600 pounds. That's 2 of me. So as tall as me and 2 of me in weight. It also has an immense, how many bones are in the neck of a giraffe? In the neck of a giraffe? I'll give you a hint. We have 7.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we have 7 vertebrae, I mean, giraffes have to have triple that.
Well, some of the owls have 14.
Yeah, I mean...
Some of the owls have 14 bones in their neck.
Their neck is so long.
So we have 7 cervical or neck vertebrae. How many cervical or neck vertebrae does a giraffe have in its 6-foot-long neck, and his neck, again, is as long as his legs? Right. So how many bones, how many vertebrae are in the neck of a giraffe?
This is a Jeopardy question at some time, I bet.
Kind of a trick
question.
Chloe! Hey, Chloe!
Chloe got the right answer.
No way! Chloe!
Chloe ruined our game. Chloe said 7.
But look how big they are.
Yeah. That's
Oh, sorry, Mary.
huge.
I didn't mean to put that right in front of your face. That was a little rude.
Here's Mary's best side.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is 1 vertebra replica of a giraffe.
So they have the same amount as us, just
That big.
that big.
And they would sit on, another one be on top of it, another one be underneath of it. So 7 of these.
Whoa, there's some chimps.
Chimpanzees saying hello. So isn't that crazy cool?
That's huge.
Let's come back down to the leg again real quick. Oh,
You brought a giraffe leg bone.
I did. No, I didn't.
That's a leg bone,
No, it's
right?
not. No, it's not.
What kind of bone is that?
It's a bone.
Okay.
This one is real. This, I can take that. Just because you're getting too far away. This looks like a leg bone, even though It's still really long. Guys, come here. This is a foot bone.
Are you sure?
This is a foot bone. A foot bone.
I mean, I can hear you.
Foot, not a toe.
But that doesn't look like a foot.
I guess I got to prove it to you, don't I? You never trust me.
Well, you know.
Hold the foot bone, Mary. Right. Mary, hold the foot bone.
You tried to pass off chocolate chip cookies one time, and they were raisin. So yes, I don't trust you anymore.
You won't forget that, will you?
No, I don't trust you anymore.
All right, here. I'm going to show you a picture, guys.
So you're telling me that this is a foot bone of a giraffe? Because that is an odd looking.
All right, here's a picture. Can you guys see that? I'm going to hold it here.
Oh, wow.
Down here are the toes. They walk on their tippy toes, guys. We've heard that before. Even elephants walk on their tippy toes. This is that bone that Mary's holding.
So toe, foot, then this up here would be the ankle.
Nice job.
And then that's the knee,
Yep.
and that's the hip.
Hip above it.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
So they literally walk on their tippy
toes.
And how much do they weigh again?
You're looking at an animal that can weigh 1,500 all the way up to maybe 4,000 pounds, male, female size.
And they walk on 4 tippy toes.
Get on your tippy toes, guys. Not you.
Oh.
Get on your tippy toes. Have you seen that picture before?
I have.
Isn't that crazy? That's part of their foot. Part of their foot.
Their anatomy is pretty cool.
At the bottom of their foot is a foot that's this big. Their feet can be this big now, but their hooves don't look this big. Remember last week, if you guys were here, we met Nancy and the elephants? When the elephants stepped down, what happened to their foot? Do you remember?
Kind of like our heel.
Kind of like our heel, and then it kind of squished out a little bit. That's what this would look like. This is 12 inches across. This is a dinner plate. This is a bowl. Make sure we return this to education.
Yeah.
Sorry, education. Oh, wait, we're education.
We're education. We're okay.
That's 12 inches across. We were trying to find something that was 12 inches across to show you how big their foot can be across.
That's ginormous.
Is that huge? 12 inches across, guys. You got to be, so they got this huge foot, massive animals. You must have some cannons from raking up all that massive poop. Their poop, we've met elephant poop.
Yeah.
Elephant poop is this big.
Zebra poop is big.
It's got, giraffe poop has to be huge.
They're huge animals.
It's really interesting. So they actually poop. It's a lot smaller. They just have a lot of it. So and our giraffe, they love to walk and go to the bathroom at the same time. So they spread it out for us, make us really earn our paychecks.
So they're more of a spread. They walk and spread it.
So this is what you brought us.
Yeah.
So this is giraffe poop?
Yes.
That can't be giraffe poop. That's tiny.
That's
poop.
tiny poops.
It's kind of crazy. Even our red river hogs over here, their poop a lot of the times is bigger.
Well, zebra poop is big. I've seen zebra poop. It's bigger than that.
Zebra poop's bigger.
Mary.
Honestly, theirs is kind of similar to our ostrich even. So
these are milk duds.
Those literally aren't. They're about the size of a Whopper or a Milk Dud. Like, no joke.
I do like a Whopper.
I wouldn't suggest trying it.
Thank you very much, Mary. I'll take that into account. Rhino poop. Giraffe poop. Who knew? Who knew? Crazy.
They must have a pretty good digestive system.
Oh, it must work really well.
To make tiny poops like that.
Yep.
That means that their body. Well, I guess you do see them chewing their cud a lot.
Yeah, up and down that huge 6-foot long neck.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite things to share, guys. All right, whoop. Thank you, Mary. Mary, you're hired. I'm sorry. You don't have.
I'll stay with you guys.
Why'd you bring weed whacker string?
Isn't that neat?
Kind of looks like a guitar string.
Oh, I like that. Guitar Hero. Wendy, this is not weed whacker wire.
It's not
Although, when you ask our guests, can you guys feel that? Guests, can you feel that?
it feels like it.
If you've touched weed whacker wire or a giraffe or a Germany, criminy, or a guitar string, that's what we have.
Oh, and it's got a nice natural curl to it.
A nice little bell.
Peppermint patty curl going on, or
wave.
whatever. No, Sally had the natural curl, wasn't it? So I've tied it in a knot, just so you guys can see. They have some of the longest hair of any animal on the planet.
And this is actually, yeah, Jack has a lot longer even. These are kind of short.
Yeah,
for some of
this is from a
Jack's.
female for sure.
Yeah.
So one of the neat things about it, though, I love sharing this, is that there's all kinds of uses for this hair from people. Now, the animals use it as a fly swatter to get rid of flies, to get rid of material. Swing, swing, swing. Flush, flush, flush. How do I look as a giraffe? Anyway.
Pretty convincing.
You're missing your ossicles.
I need my ossicones, my little horns on top of my head. So, but the people of Africa will use this for 100 reasons. They'll use the tail of the giraffe in their brooms. They'll use it as a whisk to keep flies off, to kind of keep themselves free of flies and other biting pests. So many biting pests in Africa. But the really neat thing is it's also used in jewelry. I've seen some of the rings. They'll just wrap it up and make a ring out of it. They've used it for bracelets or necklaces. It's really cool, and it's durable. And the animals shed it just like you shed your hair. You do shed your hair. So they can find it if they find a giraffe.
Nobody wants to make jewelry out of my hair.
Out of your hair? Is it a little thin?
Well, no, I mean, most
It's
of
your
us
hair, I
ladies
guess.
know what it's like when you clean out your shower. Nobody wants to make jewelry out of that.
That is so cool. A couple of just fun facts. The eye of a giraffe, not very big. About the size of a golf ball. About the size of a golf ball. About 1.5 inches, 1.6 inches across. Ours, by the way, is just a hair on average under 1 inch. So our eyes are really close in size to theirs. People ask about them sleeping. Have you ever seen them sleeping, Mary?
I have. Actually, this morning it was kind of cute. We walked in and you'll occasionally see them laying down.
Really?
They can sleep standing up.
Yep.
But this morning Turbo was taking a nice nap when we walked in.
That's so cool. They don't need much sleep at all. They
don't.
30 minutes here and there. Take a real quick giraffe nap. Since they're not cats. Giraffe nap. Get it? Thank you.
Woo, sympathy laugh.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm saying there's a giraffe on the left.
Oh, on the left? Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, I see him.
It's funny because they were over here for a half
They
an hour
were.
before we go live, and then as soon as we go live, they bolt to the other side of the habitat.
Decided not to stick around.
And we have all these leafy treats waiting for them.
We're taking it with us.
I think it's you talking. They're scared of you.
Hey.
You
they've seen me
project.
before.
You project so well.
I protect.
They
Anyway.
are pretty curious, so they could have heard something down there. They love our guests when they come. There's a nice viewing window down
Oh,
that
Mary's
way.
being so sweet to us.
So sometimes
Mary,
they'll
it's
go
our
around
fault.
and tell their
Just-
guests
just-
hello.
Just say it's our fault.
It's not your fault.
So they share this habitat with 3 zebra and an ostrich as well, right?
Correct. So you can kind of see our zebra hanging out over
Yep.
here. Our ostrich, I believe, she's all the way down hanging out with some guests as well.
This is a huge habitat. We can't even see to the other end. And then to my right, all of our right, then it extends even past us.
Don't you come up now, Jack.
We are very fortunate. We do have a 3.5 acre exhibit.
It's
so
wonderful, and
they-
it's like it's like long and skinny. They can actually move back and forth.
Yeah, you'll see them kind of move up and down. Right now with the construction, they're not as into being up here.
Sure.
So we just have some extra treats up here, so if they come up here, they can still have a good time.
Kind of encourage them a little bit. Say, hey guys, it's okay. It's safe.
Exactly.
Maybe you can shake one, Steve.
Shake. Oh, a leaf.
The leaves.
You gonna come for Jack?
I wish it was like your dog where you can shake the little biscuit jar and they're like, oh, take
I'm
it.
kidding. All right, I'm gonna do one more amazing fun fact, and we'll see if they come up. I think this is amazing. We mentioned earlier that they've got to bend down to get that drink. They've got to spread their legs apart. They've got to go down. I have to do it now. What are you doing?
I gotta get a full shot of this.
Do you want me to do it with you?
No, I don't want you to do it. You'd be faster than I would. So to get a drink, the giraffe is on all fours. The head has to come down all the way to the ground and get a drink. And it's got to climb up. all the way up. And we mentioned earlier, 6 foot long neck, 6 foot long legs. Maybe from the ground up, 15, 18, 20 feet. Huge heart, pumping 16 gallons of blood. But you know that maybe when you have stood up quickly, all the blood rushes from your head.
Yes.
Not a good experience. You have that kind of lightheaded, a little dizzy feeling. So not something we want to experience. And the giraffe don't want that either, because they're already vulnerable when they're all the way down like that. They're vulnerable to attack. Yeah, there are predators that will take them. Lions, some lions are predators of the giraffe. So the giraffe have these really cool adaptations, primarily in their neck and around their brain. In their neck, they've got these wonderful valves that prevent the blood from just shooting down their neck into their legs when they stand up. And the vessels themselves, the blood vessels, are very elastic. They can contract and expand depending on pressure. That also protects the brain from losing that blood and preventing it from getting lightheaded. Get this. It's so effective that NASA, those are space smart people, have studied that to use in space suits so that they can continue to kind of keep blood moving in the astronauts.
Really?
Isn't that cool?
I love learning new things.
I think that's amazing to think that the animals once again have already figured it out, and now we are learning from them how to take care of ourselves in a pretty extreme environment called space. But we can learn from them because we've studied them. We know what's going on. We said, what happens? Why don't they get a head rush? Well, we're able to study them and figure that out. They also have all kinds of capillaries in their brain that kind of keeps the blood where it's supposed to be. Amazing adaptations that the giraffe have by the numbers.
This, Steve, is not a giraffe.
It's not? It's a ghost. I remember we did the ghost. Remember that?
Oh, you were a zebra ghost.
I was a zebra ghost.
Week,
I was a very tall zebra ghost.
Now, sometimes we had someone ask a question
okay,
on
cool.
here.
I'm sorry.
They came to the zoo last week
Yep.
on a rainy day, and the giraffe weren't out.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, so with our turf, sometimes with a lot of the rain, it gets really kind of slippery. And with these guys, since they are so tall, they will stretch out their legs and run sometimes. And if they did run and it was really slippery, they could risk splaying. So that's just when their legs kind of slip open, and that could actually rip their chest muscles. So just as a protection for them, we keep them back.
Sure.
They still have an outdoor area, so they're still getting some nice fresh air,
nice.
and they can go in and out. But they're just off the turf just because the turf's a little too muddy for them.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
That's what's going on.
That makes sense.
You guys have heard us 1,000 times. It's all about the care and wellness here at the North Carolina Zoo. Through the enrichment program, through the training program, the amazing vet care, and all the work that the keepers do, like Mary, to make sure their animals are in tip-top condition and looking out for their behavior and for their safety. We have a really cool craft. I think it's cool.
She might have a shout out.
Oh, that's right. Do you have a shout out?
I do. So I came to the zoo. It's wonderful, from Illinois.
Oh, fun.
And I have a little niece back home in Illinois. So I just wanted to tell Aubrey hello.
Aubrey?
Aubrey.
Hey,
Yep.
Aubrey. It's good to see you. That's for sure.
And Steve, you had a shout out.
Oh, it's so much fun. We have some neighborhood friends that watch this a lot. So a little hello to the Mill Creek Meadows folks out there. Karen, thank you so much for all your kind words and nice statements that you give us all the time.
And they share it on their
neighborhood site.
Page.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
That's
awesome.
so much fun. So thank you guys very much. Let me go grab the craft. Hold on just a second. I'm going to come over here and meander my way around. The craft is really cute.
It might be life size now because they're so far away.
Let's try that. Actually, you guys may not believe this,
We're extending our tower.
but that's now 5 giraffe
Yeah,
tall.
actually, it's the biggest giraffe we have right now.
I'm walking over to, I'm going to go say hi to that giraffe over there.
Yep.
I need to be careful and not fall over the...
Yeah, don't drop it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Nikki outdid herself with this craft. It is adorable.
It is a paper towel tube, guys. It's a paper towel tube that she cut and folded and did a wonderful paint job on.
And you could use crayons, markers,
Sure
paint.
you could.
If you have a favorite giraffe, you could do the different species.
Oh, that'd be fun.
The different species of giraffe.
We didn't even go there today.
We're gonna have to come back when the giraffe are actually at the deck. Like, we'll hide in the bushes next time.
Yeah, because I've not been able to share my scientific name yet, and it's really fun. And I'm not going to do it today.
We're gonna have to
I'm not
come
going to do it today.
because they're too far away.
And they weren't earlier. Mary, you did a fantastic job setting us up for success.
Here. It was just like a minute or 2 minutes
I
before
know.
we went live. They got shy and they
We'll
ran
see you
back
later.
that way.
Anyway, that's all right. Well, so hi to Aubrey again. Mary, thank you so much for coming up and setting us up and being here.
Welcome to the zoo.
Yeah, absolutely.
guys.
We'll be tapping you for more of these as we move forward.
Okay, we'll get them to stay up here.
Nope, they wanted to be gone. As you guys have heard 1,000 times, it's a choice and control the animals have of their own behavior. So they wanted to leave, they left. And that's okay. It is what it is. We had all kinds of props. We were able to share those with you and dive a little deeper into the numbers behind Giraffe. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. For your Zoo Adventure team, again, Steve and Wendy, want to say thank you. 10 o'clock on those Mondays and Wednesdays. We'll see you again soon. The zoo is open. Timed tickets. Reserve your tickets early.
Oh, we might want to tell them Boo at the Zoo at the end of this month.
Might want to check it out. The 24th and 25th. The next coming weekend.
Social distance Halloween celebration for kids.
It is also on those timed tickets. So if you were thinking about it, get on now and look, because I don't have any idea if that's been sold out or not. But it is coming up soon. Y'all stay safe. We can't wait to see you here at the North Carolina Zoo again in the near future. You guys have a great week. We'll see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.